And we're gonna go into game. On the blue side this time around, it's gonna be XF7. And on the red side
will be Mya Tree then. As you can see right now, Fanny has been banned from the XF7 side. And we'll talk about Fanny, I think, recently, including in the previous tournament that we casted before. Fanny has been a real annoyance to every team because of her versatility, and of course the killing power is there. And if you notice that Mya Tree will use their first ban onto Digger, and Digger has been one of the mages that kind of surprises me, not because of his cuteness of course, but the amount of skills and the skill set that he has is also making the team really suitable. He does not only support the team, but of course can do a lot of damage as well for a mage characters.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Mobile Legends is fast-paced. Everybody has really lots of damage.
Right.
Interestingly, we are not seeing the very typical bans come out. So we no longer saw, like in the 2 other weeks before this, Grok being removed, Kagura being removed, Lancelot being removed. This time around, Lancelot not being removed is open. None of the tanks are being removed as well. And look at that, lo and behold, Lancelot already being hovered upon, locked in. This is not a typical ban phase. This is very strange.
And I think, I mean, when I noticed that there's a pattern between the picks that the teams use for this particular tournament, which is MPL right here, I noticed that a lot of them uses the dual tank setup. And if it's not the dual tank setup, they will try to get the full team composition, which requires a very high or preferred character based on their particular skills. Say for example, the assassin, they'll try to get a much more preferable assassin, like maybe Saber in top, like what we have right now in the standings. And of course, maybe for tanks, they'll try to get Hilda. I was really surprised that Hilda was one of those tanks that actually got on board. But as you can see right now, XF7, always get it wrong, always start with F, no idea why. Lancelot, Grok, and while on Mya Tree side, they had Akai and Saber right here. So, the players, they're just trying to find the teams, the characters or the heroes they use, which is much more suitable for them.
This is also the current meta that's going on here. Definitely Akai with a very strong pick, if not Grok being chosen.
Yes.
So we have Aurora Grok, which is I would say the quintessential meat and potatoes that's going on here. Really strong lineup coming up from XF7 here. Right. Solid picks coming up from the 3. Let's see how MYA3 responds with this, because so Hilda
again.
Oh, Alice, interesting. You would think that, you know, a lot of initiation, lots of disruption coming up from MYA3 will create an opening for Alice.
Yeah.
But so concentrated onto the team fight.
Yes.
I'm not so sure about this unless they run out the composition. Oh no, the last composition for MYA3 should be a marksman as well. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. It's gonna be a very different game plan when you see XF7 going for a more traditional. In fact, they do pick up Chow here as well. So no, sorry, still a hover.
And Cho and Roger are following the marksman, taking the marksman position. So we have to see how MYA does now to counter this pick.
I think it's quite heavily skewed. I definitely prefer the draft of XF7 so far here. I'm thinking this needs to be a Yishun Shin coming up from MYA3 to not only help in the global pressure, but as well as, you know, to keep that slight distance away.
Oh, they're gonna go with carry instead.
Wow. Okay. So either lots of confidence coming through. I mean, definitely lots of confidence coming through here.
Definitely.
It's going to come down to a heavy execution, and, you know, capturing that right moment here, because the lineup that they have is
eccentric.
Well, eccentric, yes, but I say it's not really filling in the weaknesses of each other. So it's curious to see how they're going to execute this. You know, MYA, the main team has already made it through. This is the 3rd one that's going to be selected. So, you know, maybe some of the knowledge, some of the training has been passed over, and, you know, they're pulling out a pocket strategy that
Correct.
clearly works for them. I'm guessing they feel confident and comfortable with this.
Yep.
So let's see how they're going to do.
And going back to your question, why a lot of people were asking me why, like, why should they choose Yu Sin, like, you just mentioned. I find that Yu Sin, if they were to select him, it will kind of feel like, first, number one, the holes that you said, the weakness of the holes. And if you notice the compromisations of the team composition, you got Alice, you got Hilda, you got Akai. Those are teams or heroes that works well in team fights. They work well with team fight, and Yu Sin is not a stranger to the team fight. But anyway, we'll go with the draft right now. As you can see, Falcon7Alpha, which is XF7, against MYA Tree right here. As the blue team will be, as usual, the 3-1-1 setup. It's no stranger to all of us right now in the esports scene.
No, because Turtle is up top. Looks like they're going to do that. So the proxy lane already begins. Really easy just to help, push that wave out towards it. I do like the execution of Falcon7Alpha. We're going to change it to something else. Oh god, this is a mouthful.
Okay, it's XF7 or Falcon right now?
Falcon.
Okay, let's do it Falcon. So, like you said, I really like the strategy because they go aim on top of the opponent's map. They get the first kill of the creeps. They get the advantage of the
they stole the jungle.
And deny them as well. Correct.
And they got that. This is really well executed because it's safe.
Yes.
It's calculated. And it puts them a little bit ahead. So if you just look at the goal there as well, there's a little bit of a lead. Slight lead already. Which I'm happy to see that happen. So right now they're going to catch up the wave up top again. So everything not missed whatsoever. Really good stuff coming out from them. Love to see more of that. We also are seeing that, Carrie's already getting the little hermit crab.
And Roger is against Saber right here. Speaking of Roger, initially Roger, I find that he's one of those versatile marksmen. Not many people like to use him in the previous meta because of his lack of skill set as a main marksman. But now he's like the main pick because of all of the skills, the uses of the he has a chance of becoming a fighter as well, a main fighter. So that adds a lot of versatility in him, right? I think a lot of teams trying to find that, hey, the hero we choose, we just don't want it to be more specific, because if you're specific at something, you're going to be weak at one thing. But now if you're an all versatile hero, you can actually help to balance out your strength and weaknesses. So that's my own opinion in terms of Roger's pick for this meta.
Yeah, I think Roger definitely has a place in this meta here.
Correct.
A lot of it is just holding out lanes. A lot of it is, clearing out the jungle really quickly and forming as a distraction, because you can't just leave him alone on the side. For instance, you can leave Raphael alone in the side lane. Roger, on the other hand, you have to pay attention to do that.
As you can see this right here, this is going to be a very bad round for carry on MYA Tree as Lancelot gets the first blood for his team against MYA Tree's carry. And speaking of which, you've been mentioning like, whoa, they're not banning Lancelot, or they're not, taking out Lancelot within the draft pick. May I know why, or the opinions of Lancelot coming into the draft? I know Lancelot is a very one-sided character. He's more of an assassin, like he wants to finish up the kills. But why is he so deadly in the draft pick?
Well, I mean, he's deadly for one of two reasons.
Okay.
So the first and foremost reason is that he can deal a lot of area damage. And secondly is, he is able to simply mitigate damage from initiating his skill. So
I see.
You can escape out really quickly, and while dealing damage to an entire team if the fight is going on there. So it's very, very hard to position against him. And then he also has dashes as well. Wall does get thrown up.
As you can see right here,
Alice coming in. It is level 4 already. The freeze is coming out. The freeze is good. Grok will be coming in. Lancelot on the other end there. Targeting down the other side there. Alice already starting to go down here. But unfortunately, the first blood will come up. Sorry, the first death comes out to Aurora. The jump in does happen here. Another kill to go. Lancelot needs to back away from this. Grok as well now. A little bit of trouble. Carry coming in. Will be able to finish off the kill. Yes. Ooh. Really well done here. Lancelot needs to back away from this. And MYA takes a decisive fight against Falcon.
3-0 actually over there. As you can see, Roger is also a bit of a trouble right now as Saber is able to pressure the lane and continue with the farming. This is looking actually pretty bad for Falcon at this part of the stage, but no worries, it's still early game. And you can notice that the team fight for MYA Tree is very strong. So if I were Falcon, I will want to separate that, try to get solo fights like what the Lancelot did previously.
Exactly.
And you know, involve the team once we are all ready. So anyways, I prefer that all teams will go for their farm first. As you can see, they're level 5, Roger is level 7, Lancelot level 7, the rest of them are level 5. While the opposing team, look at that, Saber level 8 already in the lane because he managed to pressure Roger up, which I think also gives him a positive advantage on that.
Yeah, he's getting solo experience really from the lane, which is good stuff for them. In the last fight, a lot of things did not go well in particular, which is that they were so far removed. We talked about, I mean, I just mentioned Lancelot having the AoE, but he only was separating out Alice there. So a lot of damage was missed out onto the main, you know, gist of the team fight that's there. So they just need to pick fights better, more suited towards their team composition. They can have good, solid team fights.
Correct.
But we also have Alice that's such a big presence in team fights, and Carry as well, that came in and basically cleaned house. So we need to be careful of that moving to the next round. 40 seconds on the clock for the next turtle to be spawned. It looks like it's going to be another setup here.
Oh, right here, as you can see, Saber harassing Lancelot, and Lancelot managed to dash away from the danger. He's gonna run back safely, back to the home.
That is why he's such a good pick.
Now I know why, but then look at that. This is a bit of a trouble right now for
Kick
Falcon.
back!
And oh, look at that. Akai going inside the tower right here. He's able to farm the tower, managed to tank the tower away, but Alice getting the kill onto Aurora. And this is not looking good for Falcon as they will have to retreat. No chance to retreat as Hilda takes down Grok right here and leaving Alice. Alice taking away Cho. This is looking bad for Falcon7. Another 0-3 gameplay. And look at how much tank or the durability of Akai and Hilda. The dual tank setup that I first mentioned. They are able to tank the tower. Not only they're able to tank the tower, but again, rush it in and get the kill for Alice. And of course, everybody gets a share of the pick.
I think also it comes down to really good execution from MYA3 so far. They are able to juggle the tower aggro as well. So you're taking a little bit of damage. You know, Akai went in, you know, did his spin to win. They come out, Hilda then goes in. So really good communication from the team here as well. They are taking the top turret, the middle turret, the bottom turret. The goal lead very quickly. 4,000 in the lead here. Really strong stuff. Lord has officially spawned now, and it's looking really difficult for Falcon at this point.
And I think that
while they have, I think, the most standard team composition that's there, their execution in team fights needs work.
And you can see that when they started to attack middle, where they took out Lancelot out of the map, like, I mean, Lancelot survived, but then that gives another opportunity to the top lane to initiate the team fights. And we already talked about it. MYA strat is more team fight based, excluding carry.
And you're making it work really well as well. Wall comes out, but guess what? No sugar.
Nope.
Lancelot does get caught out again.
As you can see, Lancelot and the rest of them, he's still separated from his team. And again, the team fight for MYA is just working out here. Alice killing off here. Saber killing off Grok. This is not looking good. Carry again with Roger over here. And Aura managed to take the solo consolation kill. But then this is a bit too much of a losing fight right here, as both of the remaining survivors of Falcon7Alpha will have to walk away into their base, while all of the members of MYA3 will continue to push into the mid lane.
I mean, that was, you know, Lancelot tried to do his very best, but unfortunately a little bit too overpowering. All that extra levels here, which includes all the extra items from all that extra gold. It's crazy. It's 17,000 to 23,000 at 8 minutes in. Things are looking bleak. They need to stop the bleeding. They need to go in, clear out the jungle, clear out the waves, so that they can have stronger team fights later on. But they're being shoved into having team fights here, and I don't think so. It's wise for them to be taking that fight. Lose that one turret, you know, retreat back, you know. That's what they should be doing, but instead they're going for that fight. They are bloodthirsty. And another pick's coming out here. This is not good.
Roger falling down to Akai right here with the team. And look at that. Grok trying to go inside. Cho managed to kill on Akai. And I think they're just going to break it up right here. And speaking of which, let me just stress back on the Lancelot pick. The Lancelot pick was good, but again, it wasn't fully utilized in the proper team fights that we just mentioned at that point. Seeing Carry in. Well, Carry, we mentioned that it was an orthodox pick for this type of team fight composition, but apparently it's working out. Carry is able to come in more later onwards because she knows, or he knows, the user knows that his team got her back from this side.
I mean, this is utilizing the heroes for the specific purpose that they have and the kit. And what's happening here is, as much as Lancelot would like to be in the middle of the fight, it looks like he's going to find an engager. Hilda does get caught up. A quarter of the health already. The freeze does come through. The kickback does happen as well.
Ooh.
Will get brought down. Aurora now not freezing anybody just yet. The wall is really good, but is it for their doom? It looks like it. Alice does come in. Lots of damage. Akai now chasing onto Charm.
Oh, no.
Alice has already killed out Aurora. The chase is still happening. Looks like we'll be able to make it out safety. Not quite fishing the right person away here, but what a strong fight. Grok's wall off to the end meant that they needed to do a retreat back. They will be able to get yet another tower away from this. The turret does go down. They could go for Lord quite easily here, but they don't need to just yet. They have so much of pressure, and wisely they're taking away the entire jungle. I really like this. It's rubbing salt into wounds.
And you can see that Falcon actually used most of their skills onto Hilda, and you and I know that Hilda is one of the tankiest heroes out there, one of the more versatile heroes, and can also deal damage as a fighter. There's a lot of resources being used onto Hilda, and when they notice that, wait a minute, Hilda isn't the only Mya Tree member over there.
The thing is,
coming out.
They were playing to their strengths, right? They found somebody.
Correct. You should have to take out. I will take out.
Out of position. Yeah. But once that happened, they should have backed off very, very quickly. But instead, they linger for a bit. Lord does get started up here. And look at how fast Lord is going down. I don't believe they will have a chance to respond to this. Chow's coming in from the side.
Oh, Chow trying to initiate something right here.
Oh, possible to get the steal. Oh. Very close. Gonna come down here. In fact, does get stolen away. Roger does get it in the end. They should back away from this and not take more damage. Oh, they need to be careful about this. Aurora is already flickering away. Lord is already spawned. Triple kill does come out. Will the next kill happen? Alice jumping forward. No, Alice does not. In fact, the knockup does happen. And there we have it. Team wipe.
Team wipe, mind wipe.
The team wipe comes out. It doesn't matter whether you have Lord now, because Diego is going to end the game. They have a good solid 10 seconds.
Correct.
And creeps to go there.
They still have Akai, which is a durable tank.
And just like that, first game going to go to MYA3. Really good execution. I like seeing this, evolution from them. While they did lose out the first blood that's there, really playing to the strengths of their composition. I know I called them out for
not choosing the actual
for having a slightly off-kilter composition there. And we did mention that it's going to come down to the execution. Execution here, really solid stuff.
Yes, indeed. And speaking of which, I noticed that Falcon7Alpha was the opposite of MYA3.
Warp things. It is going to be the second game of the best of 3. MYA looking to close it out already, and Falcon hoping to put one on the board.
And speaking of, back to your comment regarding about Falcon not being aggressive, I mean, yeah, you do lose team fights, you'll feel a bit demotivated to be more aggressive, but you just need to keep your composure cool and then, just be consistent. Just losing let's say, two team fights, and then we're like, hey guys, I think we need to be a bit more careful in that. You can't go against this type of strat with MYA3.
You need to take calculated risks.
Correct.
So, Fanny, Kagura being removed already. Will they continue going along the same route they did before, with Karina and Digger being removed? I'm not sure if they should be doing that. While Lancelot wasn't a big problem for them, he certainly can be, so they're taking their time with this last ban.
And I just want to see how the team composition works right now. Speaking of which, Hilda it's been a long time since I get to see Hilda into the meta right here, and MPL gave me the opportunity, and wow, look at that, Lancelot.
Yep, so Lancelot does get removed here. Eksdi has a chance to remove Akai from the draft. I think Akai should be removed here. They were giving them a lot of problems in the previous game. Please do that.
It's either Akai or Grok, one of them.
Akai needs to be removed. Akai is a lot more disruptive than Grok.
Okay.
MYA3 here has a good opportunity to pick up Digger.
Digger, here he comes. It's gonna be a pain in the butt if, let's say, Digger and the rest of the teammates are able to execute the team fights well, because and I know
we're looking at MYA3 here, and they did the team fight so well.
Right.
Digger just makes it that much more possible. Oh,
this is a Hall of Fame cheese right now.
It's still being hovered.
Yes.
Not quite locked in just yet.
They'll have to be...
I think they're just like, oh no, the draft. Oh no, just like making it happen there. Really happy to see Digger make his appearance on week 3. He did appear once in week 1.
Oh, okay.
I believe, if my memory serves me right.
Correct. And I know that Digger has been highly banned throughout the process because of his skill set that enables to disable opponents, make team fights really well, and Grok will come in as the first tank, or in the dual tank setup right here with Hilda. So this
I am not sure if this should have been the first 2. I would have agreed with either picking up one of them, perhaps picking up Saber and removing him from there, because MYA3 can pick up Saber here, and that just makes it that much more difficult
for the team fight.
Exactly, for the team fights, because you're looking at Digger who can protect all the squishies that are there, and so picking up 2 tanks away doesn't exactly solve the problem.
And you can see here, oh my goodness, Karina, Hi, and Saber. I was about to say Hayabusa. If Hayabusa comes in, oh, this is gonna be a nice game to play.
I think it's too much if they take Hayabusa and Karina, so that does get locked in. So we pretty much did call it as well here. Maybe they're in... MY is in, Falcon's head already.
Yeah. Okay, let me tell you this. Let's tell the scenario. Digger is gonna disable the teammates. One of his skills is able to call back the opponent to come back to the original position. Not forgetting he has that time bomb that he has. Karina, Saber, come in and kill everyone as soon as possible, as fast as possible. Especially with having the tanks right now, as Ethereal and Zilong comes in.
Okay, so like the variation, like having Zilong there, can split push away from all the team fights that's going. Ethereal's also good. I don't think she should take any form of CC whatsoever, because that this gets mitigated.
Yep.
Please lock in Minotaur. Please do. Because I really want to see Minotaur appear here. It lands, in fact, it does lands really well to the composition. This time around, MYA's composition, MYA3, sorry. Composition really well done here. Oh, I don't think we should take Rafaela. I don't see how that's working.
It's really tough.
I think they should go all out for damage here and just out damage the opponents. I'm not sure about this at all. We don't see a tier 1 mage here as well.
It's gonna be tough because even they had Rafaela as a healer support, she's gonna be really squishy in game fights, in team fights, especially what we have right now. They had Curry, they had Karina. Wow, those, and Saber, not forgetting Saber. 3 ADCs over there.
I totally disagree with this composition coming up from Falcon here. It's sort of mind-bending towards me, but it could be the caster curse. Whenever we don't understand the composition well enough, they pull it out.
They perform just like what we said oppositely. And I just want to know, what can Falcon come up with? They have the dual tank setup. They know that MYA is gonna go with damage because they have the dual assassins.
It just hit me!
Yep, sorry.
I think I know why they picked Rafaela up. To just heal throughout the fights, because when they have the tri-lane that's there, they're hoping that the tri-lane can actually survive, so Rafaela gives them the extra oomph to survive in the fight. I don't think so that would actually work.
That is actually a bit weird because you already have the dual tanks as well. But anyways, let's just see the game. Let's just see the game, alright?
This is game 2, where MYA3 is looking to close out the series in this best of 3, and Falcon7Alpha is looking to put their name on the board, hopefully with a 1 next to it.
Yep, and of course they are fighting for their dear lives, as if Falcon were to lose this, they will drop down to the
They will have to go into
another game.
The third place match.
Yeah, well, MY will just.
They
get
already
the
see this composition. They are rounding around. Oh no!
Here comes the team fight right here. Rafaela will be first aim right here, trying to take out the squishiest hero among all the three. And this is gonna be a team fight. Curry comes in the board and actually run away. Minotaur managed to get Rafaela instantly the first blood. Like we just talked about, the squishiness of Rafaela is costing Falcon7Alpha for that first blood. And everybody just goes back to their lane.
I mean, this was really quick study as well. They knew that
just
Alpha was going to do that. They just waited at the side there. So really good job by them being able to do that. Zilong does come in. Blink Back does come out, but not enough damage just yet. It's only at level 3, but does spot so they know where the positioning is.
Correct. And I really give credits to Mya Tree because they know that Falcon is going to go early in the game. They're just going to go inside their map, try to take down their buff or at least their creeps instead. And they learned from the first game. The first game is down. Now the second game is like, you know what, maybe they're doing it again. And you know, Justin, it's a good time to punish them.
I mean, if it worked so well for them in the first time around, you know, coming back and punishing them definitely was a good job. Love the adaptation coming through. Grok now will get pulled back and, ooh, not quite stunned out. The damage does come through and it looks like the return damage does come onto Minotaur. Will just be a trade back and forth, a tap.
Neutral stuff over there.
Neutral stuff.
And let's tell you, I mean, even Mya Tree doesn't have much of a support healer and stuff. You have Minotaur, which is again versatile hero. He has the heal, which is although not really a big healer compared to Rafaela, but he has the tank also, the tank exposure. He has a lot of HP in his board, and he can actually help to support the team while tanking damage overall. As you can see right here, the tri-lane, tri-lane, sorry. I was about to say trio lane already for a second. So sorry on that. But the tri-lane works for Mya Tree's favor right now.
Coming from the side, Ethereal coming in, will be dealing out some damage. So far so good, it's looking good, but we need to be careful here. Grok needs to escape out. The wall does come through, but Minotaur is still there, pushing them away.
He can run away from this side. This is going to be just a very close engagement. Not much of a risk right here for both teams. Even they will lose their tanks instead of their carries. But I mean, it's actually still okay.
We also are seeing that, you know, they're coming in from mid lane.
Correct.
They're pushing out the wave that's there. It would be interesting to see which of the teams decides they don't want the team fight. They're just going to push out the lane.
And look at that, Israel is in deep of trouble.
Deja vu! But the other way around. This time, Falcon7Alpha does get caught out in the mid lane.
Yeah, but that's not the first blood. But anyways, it's their mid lane getting down instead. So Falcon's going to wait inside the bushes. They're trying to find a perfect timing, and Minotaur's gonna go in there.
Does get spotted out.
And there's gonna go rush in right here to take down Saber, which is the squishiest hero. Okay, no, not really the squishiest hero, but look at that right now. Oh, Digger will take down right here. Raphael will take down Saber in the first place, and giving Digger his ultimate or punching his one to revive back. And MYA is gonna lose Saber out of this gameplay.
So small victory for Falcon here. Definitely will help them be a little bit stronger in lane. But this is the tri lane here. You know, it's not like it's a solo lane and you can push it out. Yes. So you know, really small victory that's there. Carry already starting off onto Turtle. Hilda will actually spot this, or maybe not.
I think they're just gonna ignore that. Possibly.
But you don't have any other waves that's pushing as well, so I don't understand. Maybe she did not see it.
Interestingly, because if I were the person, I would see the turtle going out and attacking somebody.
Oh well.
I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe just a caster's perspective, but yeah, as you can see right now, Zilong pushing down here, and
Carry does get spotted out. The engage is good. The flick back does work as well. Will be able to take down. Hilda does get the kill. Zilong needs to back away from this as well. Will get taken down by Carry now. Ethereal is here. The damage, will it be enough? The slow does come through and it looks like it will be the next kill that's there. So Falcon will be able to get both kills. Oh, almost there. Reaching out. Last hit. Oh, right. Yes.
What a kill there. And we talk about this. This is what we want to see Falcon doing in the first game. They have the potential to take early solo picks and stuff.
The solo picks good and well. Will it be able to go? Does not connect. Will get pulled back. Lots of damage being taken away here. Minotaur will not go in here. Continuing my last thought.
Correct.
Really good stuff. Having the small picks, but it needs to translate into objectives. It needs to push out the waves. They need to take, turtles or Lord. That's there. So it's while it's good, it's not great. Not just yet. 40 seconds on the clock before Lord spawns.
And they're just going to the lanes. And oh, look at that Minotaur inside the bushes as well. Gonna spot up Grok, who just came in. And I'm, replying back to your comment regarding about the play of the picks. That was what I want to see in Falcon in previous game. Like, they actually work really well in terms of getting the picks, like the solo picks and stuff. In terms of objectives wise, maybe they can continue on with that in the later game. But anyways, to talk about this, Grok is in a bit of trouble, but not really that much. Oh, Karina managed to take down Zilong from there, and he's just gonna run away from the 2-5, but it's gonna be just a trade kill from Itaril and Hilda. And talking about the trade picks and stuff, they're gonna lose the tower, and MYA being that aggressive, like not forgetting MYA's aggressiveness, they will take down objectives real quick.
Exactly. I think it's more so calculated that the wave is pushing up. Let's look for the kill so that we can pressure other lanes or the same lane that they're at. Falcon, unfortunately, playing to MYA's tempo. And I think that's really detrimental towards them. Zilong dying out there was a little bit of a loss because you are seeing one of the very fast pushers in the game get removed so that, the objective taking power is just that much lower. Goal lead still very close to each other at the 7-minute mark. Very big difference compared to the previous game here. So let's see if Falcon can come online in the later portion of the game. Minotaur does get spotted out there.
And we'll just talk about the speed of taking objectives. So if this was the other team, then it will be, Falcon still might have the tempo onto themselves. But this is Mya Tree they're talking about. You can see the first game, they're very aggressive in not only team fights, but of course taking objectives. And if let's say Falcon were to continue their early picks but not taking objectives at their own hands, then they might face a lot of trouble later on in the game.
That's right, because as the game goes on later, looks like the dive's coming through.
Zilong, very a bit of trouble. Managed to run away with the ultimate.
Will get out by the skin of his teeth, but that just means the bottom turret's going to be impacted here. Rafaela will manage to heal herself away, but guess who's in trouble? Hilda is. Ethereal does come in as well. Looks like we'll be able to bring down one. We'll bring down the second one here. Digger going down right. Double kill does come through. Flicker away. It looks like Minotaur will be the next victim here. Hilda not quite enough. Oh, the tanks battling each other.
There's not much of that.
Back up top, we are seeing Karina trying to go in for Rafaela.
Yep, and she will take down Karina over here. As you see, all the team members are fighting against each other right now. MY3A grabbing a disadvantage on team members, and Minotaur might be falling out. It's going to be a team wipe right here for Falcon7Alpha.
Really nicely done. We are seeing Digger does come back up and does get taken down. At the same time, Zilong at mid as well being taken down. Ethereal is now completely online. Level 10, so catching up in the levels to Karina, who's already at 12. Zilong here will be pushing out the next turret at mid, hopefully. Ooh, maybe a missed opportunity there, but they want to group up as 5, push up their next turret back up at top. It looks like it will be theirs. No response just yet coming in, and they're going to be very happy with that. 3,000 in the goal lead, 6 kills ahead.
And you can talk about the caster's curse again. Rephrase that one more time, as Falcon is showing people why they're still not out of the game right now. Okay, let's check out my predictions for here, or let's say the analysis. Like, Falcon did get picks real fast. They're strong in picks, picking up solo characters of the opposite team, the solo heroes over there. And they managed to click it well. MYA right here is gonna capture Zilong again, but then Zilong managed to run away with the ultimate, which disables any disabilities done by the opposite team. And they are just gonna camp inside the bushes right now. MYA is trying for their dear lives to at least get off one ADC from the opposite team, but they're picking on Zilong, which I find that is not really a big, how do I say this?
Well,
it's not really a good choice of picking out the ADC.
I think targeting Zilong is quite fine because it does stop his pushes. So like right now he's back up top pushing, and they have to send somebody to respond to it. This is an opportunity for the rest of the 4 of them to take Lord because there's quite a large response moving up to the top, but looks like they don't feel it's quite the right time for them.
Yep, indeed. And I think Falcon does not have, let me check out. Yeah, Falcon does have carry, so they can actually go for the Lord push, but again, I think they're just going to focus on to getting the picks and trying to succeed in the team fights. MYA's main concern right now is, can they still continue to win the team fights? If they were to lose a hero,
they need to stop making mistakes.
Yeah.
There's so many mistakes and not landing towards their team compositionals.
Strengths, execution.
The other thing now, what we're seeing is that they're sort of playing scared. They're grouping up instead of pushing out the side waves. Instead of having that macro map control, they're not having that. Zilong is serving that. We are seeing Ethereal will be able to jump away. Does flicker away as well. Will it be enough though? We are seeing that Digger does come through. It will be able to save out the team fight here. They need to back away from this. The ending does come out here. Rafaela is down. The next heal will come out. Zilong now joining the fight. 2 people already down. Zilong does get pulled back. Unfortunately, not quite enough. The damage is not there. We are seeing a little bit of the top wave now crashing in to the top. So the longer they can delay them, it might be better. But straight away, backing up, Saber goes in to make sure the tower remains healthy in the top lane. And Lord does get called out.
Yes, indeed. And MYA has finally proven that they can actually finally win a team fight without losing any of their main carries right here. And
that was a good pick.
Yeah.
Lord does get secured. Healer does get pulled back. Not quite going to be enough. I think Saber should be continue pushing out top here.
Yep.
It's good. In fact, he does go back up. There's a good opportunity for them to come out. Lord will spawn. And it will spawn really in a good timing for them, because you are seeing here that Karina's already level 15.
Correct.
Carrie's level 14, so good position to have Lord spawn. They hopefully will get multiple towers with him as well. So mid lane is the lane that does get called out here. We are seeing Zilong running all the way up to the top.
To defend it.
He needs to push out that wave because they're going to spend some time dealing with Lord. I think he should push out the next wave before going back. We are seeing Saber appear, will not be able to stop the return there. But that just means with Lord at mid and them taking it, they will be able to take the top tower.
Correct.
So more objective control. MYA3 definitely showing here that they can play a little bit more macro style. Something I just criticized them about, and then they are making improvements already. So good job.
Good job indeed. As you can see, the team right here, they're trying to push to the top lane, and all of them will be rotating back to finding the weaker spots in the lane and trying to push the creep wave out of here. Now, Tree is playing the objectives really right. Falcon...
All 3 waves are pushing, good, like really well executed so far. They need to find that next pick, which is why they're still going around and camping, hoping to find out where they are across the map. I think they should be a tad bit more aggressive, perhaps maybe waiting in the jungle of Falcon.
I think my predictions are that get the team, get them a bit more buff, like get them farm a bit. As you can see already, Carrie and Karina, the double Ks already have the top 15 max level. Try to get at least Saber to maybe a high 15 or 14 at least, and before engaging the team fight. So because they get more powerful allies, they can actually engage in team fights really well.
It looks like it's going to happen here. So Karina does reveal herself as the bait that's there. I love the patience. Love the patience. Really good job on both sides of the team there. They are just still waiting. A lot of Falcon does get spotted out.
And you can see right now, this is gonna be one of the games that whichever team is trying to initiate a battle, that's where we can see tons of action right now here. So Tree still getting the jungle creeps, not trying to be any aggressive. They'll just be careful.
They're just
teasing.
They are just trying not to make a mistake.
Correct.
But that in itself can be a mistake, because it just allows Falcon to come back into the game. The longer they are stalling out, the longer there's no aggression, the goal lead becomes less and less of a difference. Right now, it's barely holding at 2,000. and it's already 15 minutes in. So I don't think so. They should be waiting out here for really all that long, because with the levels being caught up as well and the cap being at 15, it could spell a little bit of a disaster for them.
And they have to be careful as well, MY3A, because if they were to attack one of the carries, I just realized that Iterel and Zilong, they both have escape skills, their ultimate, and because Iterel is able to leap back forward, so they have to be really careful to not overextend.
Yes.
And if let's say their carries were to run away, then let's just fall back and then try to push the creep.
Looks like they will be forcing the tower.
Instantly.
Well, it's that part of the game.
Yeah.
Where turrets do fall out really easily. Lord as well spawning in 5 seconds, so if they can find a favorable fight for them, it's going to go well. Oh, the pullback does come through.
Oh, Minotaur with the ultimate right here will try to take down Iterel before she runs back to the healing spot. Managed to take down Iterel here, slain. Carry will take down Grok, the tank killer, the well-known tank killer right here. And Hilda, we're getting trade kills over here. Everybody is just trading kills right now. This is not looking good for Falcon 7 though, as it's going to be a wipe out for Falcon 7, and this might be GG. What a play over there. It's a lot of trade kills, but then the end, Mya Tree managed to get the victory, and they won the game.
Well, the thing is, what happened was they played more aggressively. They went in for that tower.
The Minotaur went in first, actually.
They went in for the middle turret first, and then after that, we saw that the key opportunity that's there, and that was really good by Mya Tree. Pushing that forward, because it was what was needed to close out the game. In fact, MVP goes to Easy Tanker from MYA. Lovely score, 8.5 KDA.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.